Hey everybody, come on in. We're getting ready to go live on Food Talk TV. Thank you all so much for being here. You know, I try to hop on and let you all know I'm not ignoring you. So if we have any moderators watching, I'm going to pull the banner up. If you all could just let everybody know that I will be looking at that camera for Food Talk TV. Hello, Bill Bloss. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm going to get my apron on. All right, so once a week on Fridays, I have this Foodie Friday show. So thank you all so much for being patient. I come on with you all before. Hello, Nathan, Tangelo, Miss Sunshine, Bill Boss. So maybe I'll pin a comment. Jürgen, you're here. Good evening. All right, let me see. Do we have anybody on Instagram? Let me see if I can pin a comment here. Engage with me after the show, and I'll pin it. All right, thank you, Jürgen, and hello Ade. Thank you all so much. All right, it's 5 o'clock. Let's get this apron on. I'm always pulling up on two wheels. Let me turn the music off. Y'all know how this goes. Thank you all so much for being here. Happy Friday. It's a Friday again. Let me get the video on YouTube. We're making pancakes. Let me see, where is it? Here I come, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me go get this video. And let me get my apron on. I see everybody coming through. You think I'd be prepared, but all right, I think I got it. Let me get my apron on. Then we'll start Food Talk TV. All right. Y'all know how I feel about this painter's apron. It's so masculine. I think that's what bothers me. It's so like I'm gonna be doing construction or something. Y'all know Maggie's a delicate girl, but we are grateful. So let's get cinched up and put it on and then make some pancakes. All right, it's after 5 o'clock, so. All right, here we go, y'all. I'll come to the comments after, all right? All right, hello everybody, come on in. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. This is Food Talk TV, where we have different cooking content every day of the week. Grub Match is coming up next Saturday, so make sure you all are subscribed to Food Talk TV. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. I make food and femininity content. I'd like to welcome you to yet another struggle cooking class. We're going to be making protein pancakes today, which is pancakes made with protein powder and another special ingredient. So come on in. Hello, Linda. Hello, Anne. Hello, Sherry. Thank you all so much for being here. Make sure you're tapping the screen. Make sure you're sharing. Make sure you go to foodtalktv.com to vote for the winners of Grub Match, as well as to see the recipe that I'm going to show you all today. All right, so let me see if I can pull it up for you. This is from Blog Lattes, if I'm saying that correctly. So I am going to show you all a video that came up in my feed. Some of you all like breakfast for breakfast. Some of us like breakfast for dinner. Maybe you call it Brenner. Maybe you just call it food. Whatever you call it, just don't call us late, right? So we are going to be making some pancakes. These are going to be made with protein powder, and we have a special ingredient. So we're going to mix up our batter, and I'm going to walk you all through my substitutes. So I'm your substitute teacher because I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. So I see everybody coming in. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to Food Talk TV. It is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. All right, so let's see if we can get this for you all to see. Okay. These aren't real pancakes. Oh, yeah. All right, so it's just music. So I'll play it a couple times. 25 grams of protein. Shout out to us. And one secret ingredient. I like putting on a little bit of nut butter, and then I was putting blueberries on it. And
little bit of syrup.
Ooh, do I have syrup?
Yes. Oh, look at that.
We got Mustard Queen in the house. Shout out. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you all are tapping and liking and sharing the content. All right, so we are going to be making these mini pancakes. And again, this one is from Blogger Lattes. So I'm going to pull up her recipe, and then I've done my substitute. So Taylor has already posted it on foodtalktv.com. Food Talk TV is where creators who like to cook like myself, we have different cooking content every day of the week, and I'm with you all on Fridays. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. All right, so if you love pancakes, but you get that crash when you eat, all flour pancakes, maybe you're gluten-free, maybe you're trying to watch your calories or your carbs. I am not a doctor. I like to eat clearly, but we got to make healthier versions of the things that we love. So we're going to try this recipe. Have I ever made it before? No. Has that ever stopped us? No. So we're going to have some fun here. We're going to get the ingredients out, and I will walk you all through my substitutes, and then you can absolutely make it your own. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to make the batter, and then we're going to see if we can make a fluffy stack of pancakes. Now that's the key when it comes to pancakes. We need that cakey consistency. Sometimes when I use different protein powders, they're kind of dense. So the key is if we can get that texture. Y'all know me and the 3 T's: texture, temperature, and taste, in that order for me. So if I'm eating a pancake, I want it to be fluffy. So let's see if we can recreate that. All right. So let me go to the website and get the recipe, and then we will get the ingredients out. I am so excited. I hope y'all are excited too. Welcome to Food Talk TV. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and today we are going to be making protein pancakes. So if you have protein powder in your pantry that you're tired of drinking, maybe you don't like drinking it, did you know that you can cook with it? I didn't know that either. So I have been using this as a substitute for pancake batter. You could also do waffles. You could also do muffins. So we'll talk about different ways to make these protein pancakes. All right. So let us get our ingredients. So the first thing that we need, it says 2 scoops of protein powder. Now she has her own protein powder. Look, do what works for you. I will tell you all this. I have tried multiple protein powders, and some of them give you a nice cakey texture, which is what we want. Some of them are going to give you more of like a spongy texture, which is what we don't want. All right. So experiment on your own. I'm going to show you all what I'm using today, and this one has worked well for me. All right. Let me get it out of the pantry. So come on in, make sure you're tapping and sharing. Welcome to Food Talk TV. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and I see you all coming in. Okay, so the original recipe creator, Cassie on Blogger Lattes, she has her own protein powder, and she uses a flavor that's like sweet cream. You can do this with chocolate flavored protein powder. You could do this with her sweet cream. I've seen all kind of different, I've seen even a birthday cake flavored protein powder. I have basic vanilla. All right, so this is what we're going to be. Oh, this one is chocolate. Oops, did I know that? We're going to be making chocolate pancakes today. I thought it was vanilla. Shout out to chocolate. I guess my vanilla is upstairs, or I didn't get it. Okay, so I'm using this one right here. This one, not sponsored. This is Veggie Meal. You can get this from Amazon. I have mine from My Metabolic Specialist, but this one is a vegan protein. Am I vegan? No. I eat meat, but this one is vegan if that's important to you. So the protein actually comes from pea protein. Hi, Michael. Thank you all so much for being here. Oh, we're up to 10,000 likes already? No way. I can't. Come on in, everybody. Just tap the screen if you like what we're doing. Welcome to Food Talk TV. So this brand has been good for me to cook with. All of them are fine to drink with, but not all of them are fine to cook with, all right? So the pea protein means that you're going to get your protein from a vegetable source. I am not a doctor, but there are some protein powders that use like whey, which comes from milk. And if you're dairy-free like me, you might need to avoid that. So do what works for you. So she says 2 scoops of protein powder. I'm going to do 2 scoops of my protein powder, and then we'll just kind of eyeball it, see if we can get that pancakey texture. All right, so let me get our gravy boat, and we'll see if we can make it in here. So this will make, I think, like 5 or 6 of the small ones. Thank you all for sharing the screen. Or we could do like 2 big ones. I don't know, I'm torn. I'm gonna try and recreate her pancake stack, all right? So it's a beautiful stack of small pancakes. And this is actually a little hack. If you use a smaller plate and you make a smaller portion, it looks like you have more of it. So that's what we're gonna try and do. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, cooking. I see a little heart on my head. Y'all are so cute. Okay, so we're gonna do our dry and our wet ingredients. We're gonna pretend like I'm an actual chef. I am not. So let's get 2 gravy boats and then we'll mix and then we'll griddle and dress them up and enjoy. All right, thank you all so much for the gifts. Welcome to Food Talk TV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and I'm cooking up pancakes for y'all today. Protein pancakes. All right, so if you want to be able to eat pancakes and not have the carb overload, if you want to be able to eat pancakes and not crash after, this has been a lifesaver for me. So we're making chocolate pancakes today because I got chocolate protein powder. All right. Try it with vanilla. Hi. Hello, Sean. Thank you for watching. Welcome to Food Talk TV. So let's do 2 scoops. We're going to do all of the dry in one measuring or one, what is this, gravy boat. I just like it because it's glass and it's pretty. You can see through. And then we'll do the wet in the other, and then we will mix them together. Why? Because that's what the professionals do. No, in all seriousness, you want to make sure that your dry ingredients are well combined so that you don't have a big clump of anything. Thank you so much, Melissa, for the ice cream cone. So let's put in 2. That's a lot. That seems like a lot. We're going to eyeball it. Okay, I'll do 2 scoops. Oh dear, that feels like a lot, but let's go with it. Let's go with it. And that's the thing. So the measurements are going to be based on the protein powder that she uses. So you're going to have to give it a try. So we're doing 2 scoops, and then let's go ahead and do all of our dry. The secret ingredient that is supposed to make these pancakes super like creamy and fluffy is tapioca powder. Thank you all for the ice cream cones. Thank you all for the hearts. Thank you all for all of the gifts. Thank you for tapping and liking. Well, welcome to Food Talk TV. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. Okay, so I placed a grocery order. So if you have tried to cook with protein powder before, maybe your pancakes kind of like, they were just kind of lumpy. She says, and she swears by, tapioca powder is the secret ingredient. So we're going to add 1 tablespoon of tapioca flour. I think she calls it tapioca powder. So if you think about like those bubble teas or tapioca pudding, it does kind of have that creamy texture that's like a good mouth feel. So let's see how this works in our pancakes. Okay, you could do it without it, but they're going to just be less fluffy. All right, so let's get in here, and we need 1 tablespoon of tapioca powder. All right, so let's get that. Oh, okay. Let's get our tablespoon. I think there's some other bread recipes that I've seen. This is one of those ingredients that a little goes a long way. Thank you all so much for being here. Come on in to Food Talk TV. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. So we have our 1 tablespoon here. Pick a side, any side. So I'm just going to shake off. We want a level teaspoon, and we're going to add that to our protein powder. All right, so we'll stir it up in just a minute. Let's see what other dry ingredients we have. And again, we're going to do all of our dry ingredients, and then we'll do our wet over here and then combine. Now we need a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. All right, so let's get some baking powder. This should be a kitchen staple for you. Baking powder is very common. Am I a baker? No, I'm more of a cooker. Thank you all so much for all of the gifts on TikTok. Welcome to Food Talk TV. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we are making pancakes for dinner, protein pancakes. So you can build your muscle, sculpt, do all the things that I don't do, but also the protein is really good because it helps keep you fuller longer, and that is important, those of us who like to eat. Thank you for the compliment, Teresa. Okay, we need baking powder. So let me grab that, and we're gonna add that to our pancakes. So this is baking powder. You should have this in. Come on in, everyone. This is something that is very common in baking recipes because it helps elevate your baked goods, muffins, cakes. It helps it to rise. And this one, baking powder, is going to be 0 calories. So if you're counting calories or you care about that, you don't have to worry about it. So you can add that to the other things that you're trying to create. We only need half a teaspoon. So just a pinch of baking powder. I feel all professional when we measure. All right. So again, we're making protein pancakes. And in case y'all didn't know, this area right here on the can is the straight edge for leveling it. Is that a word? Beth says you like the pearls. Thank you, sweetheart. That is my signature. There's a story behind it. Let me know if you want to know. But I appreciate that so much. I always like to represent you all well and represent myself well. Okay. So we have a half teaspoon measure. If you go in like this is a heaping teaspoon. Okay, let's call it a teaspoon. It's a half. So if you ever see in a recipe where it says heaping, it looks like this. You actually, just got that on the iPad. All right, we'll clean that off in just a minute. Welcome to my struggle kitchen. But what I was trying to show is that the straight edge here, if you just kind of glide your measuring spoon like this, that is a level teaspoon, okay? So we learn as we go. I am the daughter of a retired home economics teacher, so my mom always cooks, so that's what I do. One moment, let's dust this off in the sink. All right, so for anyone who's just coming in, we are making protein pancakes today. So the secret ingredient is tapioca flour. So let's see how that helps make the pancakes really nice and hopefully creamy and fluffy. And then we are using protein powder as our base. Now, I thought my protein powder was vanilla. It's chocolate, so we're making chocolate pancakes today. You will be all right. All right, so come on in, everyone. Welcome to Food Talk TV. Make sure you're tapping and sharing and liking. Don't forget to vote. Go to foodtalktv.com to get the recipe for this struggle cooking class, as well as vote for the winners of Grub Match. Grub Match is going to be on next week, Saturday, and you can vote for your Food Talk TV creator and someone who wants to challenge them into a live cooking match. All right. May the best cooker win. Okay. So far we have protein powder, chocolate protein powder, or you could use vanilla or any flavor. And we have tapioca flour, which is our secret ingredient. It's supposed to make them nice and fluffy. And then we have baking powder that's going to help make them rise. Come on in, everyone. Thank you all so much for all of the gifts on Food Talk TV. All right, let's see what else is on this recipe because we're making it together for the first time. Okay, so that's it for the dry ingredients. So I'm going to stir it up. Little darling, stir it up. All right. So chopstick or a whisk, either one is fine. And the reason that we want to get all of the dry together is because if you just put your liquid ingredients in here, you could have like a clump of baking powder or a clump of tapioca flour. So with your dry ingredients, you just want to try and incorporate them before you add the wet. Ask me how I know. I learned it the hard way, just rushing through recipes. So you want to try and get it mixed up so your pancakes or whatever you're making is nice and consistent. Okay, welcome to Food Talk TV. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. We are making protein pancakes today. So far, our dry ingredients: chocolate protein powder or whatever protein powder that you want to try, tapioca flour for fluffiness, and baking powder to make it rise. All right, so come on in. Thank you all for watching on Food Talk TV. So we have our dry ingredients. Now we're going to move over to the wet ingredients. Then we'll get the skillet out to combine and try and make a nice stack of pancakes, protein pancakes. Okay, so the liquid, when I have been making protein pancakes on my own, I was using almond milk because I'm dairy free. I'm sure you could use any milk, but I was using almond milk. But in this recipe, she calls for egg whites as the liquid. Who knew? That way, you have less calories and fat from the egg yolk. I'm not a doctor. Do what works for you. But that adds some extra lean protein. All right. Thank you all so much for the gifts. Come on in. Welcome to Food Talk TV. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. So we need egg whites. All right. So You can get whole eggs and crack them, or you can place a grocery order for egg whites in the container. Lots of different ways you can use this. Some people drink it. I'm not doing that. You can actually make your own little scramble with this. You can use it, you know, in pretty much any recipe, omelet, so many different ways. So this is going to be our liquid. So this will add some extra protein. Thank you, Melissa, for the chilies. Thank you all for the hearts. Welcome to Food Talk TV. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. So we need 1/3 of a cup. All right, so let me get our cup measure. Okay, sorry, that's loud. So we have our 1/3 struggle measure. All right, so it's nice and broken, so it's been used. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in here, and then we'll mix it, and then she has optional water just for the pancake batter thickness. All right, so we're gonna have to eyeball it. My mom says, Maggie, cook with all of your senses, okay? So don't just set it and forget it. You know what pancake batter looks like, right? It's kind of thick, a little bit lumpy, but pourable, okay? So it's not runny, but it's also not like yogurt. So use your eyes, look and see. Does it look like the consistency it's supposed to? As you're cooking, smell things. If you can smell it, catch it before it burns. Taste it. If it's not raw, go ahead and taste as you go. The best food is when each of the components taste good on its own, and then together it's like kung pao, all right? And then touch it. Get in there and touch it with your hands. Did I wash my hands? I think I did. We'll wash them again just to make sure. So let's go ahead and pour 1/3 of a cup of egg white. So I just shook this up. You could also just crack some eggs as well. So that's going to be our liquid in this protein pancake recipe. So did we get all the senses? Watch, listen for it. If you're popping popcorn or something, listen, catch it before it stops, touch it, taste it, feel it, get in there, smell it. Don't just walk away. Once you start cooking, you are committed, right? I'm a mom. I've taught both boys how to cook. They're teenagers. So look, you're not just going to do stuff and walk away. Okay, so far for our protein pancakes, for those of y'all that are just coming in, this is the goal. We are going to try and make some protein pancakes. So we're making chocolate protein powder pancakes, because that's what I have. You can do yours as a vanilla or whatever protein powder flour that you have. If you don't want to do pancakes, you could do in the waffle maker. If you don't want to do waffles, you could do muffins. So you could make the same batter and bake it. Lots of different ways that you can meal prep, if you will. So like I have these little silicone muffin tins, so you can make like a whole sheet of these and have them ready to go to pop and eat on the morning. Add your fruit or chocolate chips or whatever you like. All right, so come on in. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to Food Talk TV. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm gonna wash my hands again because I don't know if I did, and it'll bother me. Okay, we're good. Just pulling up on 2 wheels. So we have our dry ingredients and we have our wet ingredients. So for the water, she just says 1 to 2 tablespoons of water to thin the batter as needed. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 tablespoons. So I'm just going to put some tap water in here into our egg whites. All right, because you can tell just by the volume of the dry. I don't know if I needed 2 scoops. I don't know how big her scooper is. And the egg whites. What probably would have been smarter is to start with 1 scoop, add the egg whites, because that way you can always add more protein powder, but that's all right. All right, so I'm just gonna add some water to our egg whites. So let's go ahead and get our skillet. Come on in, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. We're gonna go ahead and get our skillet and we'll grease it up a little bit and let that start to warm, and then we'll mix the batter. I have heard that you want to cook the pancakes pretty much as soon as you mix the batter. Like all this bumping my gums and talking to y'all that I'm doing, you don't want your batter to sit, because something about like the bubbles, I don't know if it's the baking soda, but the bubbles that kind of give it that fluffiness, they will start to dissipate if you just let your batter sit. So be prepared, like I'm not, but be prepared, have your cooktop or griddle or whatever you're going to use hot and ready. All right, so we're going to keep our dry and our wet separate. We're just going to move this over and let's get our cooktop
and skillet. All right. Let me just move this so I don't knock it over, y'all. Y'all know how I'll do. We'll get it in just a second. So are you all team small pancakes or are you all team big pancakes, or like my man calls them, mule chokers? I was like, oh, what does that even mean? Pancakes so big they choke a mule, Maggie. Okay, yes, sir. Gotta learn the Southern mannerisms. Okay, so we are going to use a skillet, and I'm going to take my time on these because I want them to try and look as nice as possible. So we'll probably do like 2 in here, and then we'll do a few of them and see how we can make them stack up nicely. Mustard Queen says you like the small pancakes for a tall stack. Okay, so I'm going to turn this on medium low. That's the thing with pancakes. My very first stream when I started my channel was pancakes, and I burned them. How appropriate. But you want your pancakes to cook low and slow, all right? So we're going to put a little bit of oil, or you could do cooking spray. You could use cooking spray. Maybe I'll use my cooking spray. Let me get some coconut cooking spray. If you have a good non-stick pan, honestly, you don't even need any spray, but let's just go ahead. I just have some coconut oil cooking spray. Use whatever works for you. So I'm just gonna put that down. And then in her recipe, this is where I get a little hasty. She says, do a little sample one first, because y'all know the first pancake is always the struggle pancake. So let's go ahead and mix our ingredients, all right? And we're gonna try and make a tall stack. So we have protein powder, tapioca flour, and baking powder. And then we have egg whites and water. So my protein powder is already sweet on its own. If your protein powder is not, then you could add some sweetener. All right, so just making sure everybody can see. Let me know if everything is in the frame. What we're gonna do now is go back. So while this is heating up, I'm just gonna pour my egg whites into the protein powder and just kind of stir. And it's starting to clump up, but we know what we know what pancake batter is supposed to look like. So this is all ready. All right, kind of thick. I think I probably should have done 1 scoop. So we're gonna add some more egg whites to it. And then a little bit of water if we need to. Because we need a pourable batter. Y'all can see it's just clumpy right now. That's the one thing about protein powders. When they say a scoop, each container that comes with a scoop is a little bit different. So we're just gonna go with this. Oof. I'm gonna do a little bit more egg whites and maybe a little bit more water. I think 1 scoop would have been enough. But this will be a great meal option if you're missing pancakes or craving pancakes. Let me put a couple tablespoons of water in here so we can try and sample one. Welcome to Food Talk TV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. We are making protein pancakes. So today we are making chocolate protein pancakes because my pancake or my protein powder is chocolate. Let me get the chopstick in here. Just break up any of these clumps so I can pour. All right, I think this is good. Let me just move this over. And then we're just gonna put a drop in the center of the griddle. It's on medium low. And then we just wanna make sure those bubbles come through. All right, that's good. That's why I like my chopstick. You can get in here. All right, make sure everybody can see. We're just gonna pour one in the middle and see how it comes out. And then this will be a good taster too. That's actually like a whole pancake. All right, let's just go with it. We are committed now. All right, since that looks kind of, there we go. All right, let's get a spatula. Let's see how one looks and then we will repeat.
So with pancakes, you want to make sure that the temperature is hot enough so that the heat comes all the way through. I'm going to put it on 3. You want to wait for bubbles on the top, but you want to make sure it's low enough so that you don't burn the bottom. Believe me, I have made that mistake. All right. So we're going to make 1 struggle pancake. Kind of looks like a ghost. Maybe it's festive. We'll make 1 struggle pancake. We'll flip it over and see how we like. Hello, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to Food Talk TV. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we are making protein pancakes, chocolate protein pancakes. All right. So I'm starting to see a few little bubbles here. And then I'm going to see if I can get it up underneath the side. Ooh, not bad. All right, so we're going to do this one. That's kind of a small one. I think it's good. Let's go ahead and see if I can do one more over here. And we'll just kind of smooth it out. I'll move that over. All right, that's looking good. Oh, it's kind of thick, y'all. So we have like a nice little thickness going on. I want to break it in half and see if it's cooked through. Let's see what it looks like on the bottom. I still see a little bit of wet. Let's go a little bit longer. I'm excited. So the tapioca flour plus the baking powder is giving us this thickness. So I'm going to move this one over here. We'll do one more. Let's see if we can make a 6 stack. And the key will be if you get your camera kind of close up on it, it looks like a full size. So I'm just going to kind of jiggle a little bit to flatten it out. All right. And I think this one's ready to turn because I'm starting to see some holes. Let me get a small plate. All right, I probably could thin out the batter a little bit. Let's take this one out. It looks wonderful. And I'm going to turn number 2. I think number 1 is done. Woo! I'm excited. All right. Let's see if we can get up underneath here. I got it up on the side. All right. This one's moving. When it kind of moves on its own like this, to me, like even with searing meat, it's kind of like, it's got a nice little crust on its own. That's my key to turn it. All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. Come on in. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie on Food Talk TV. We are making protein pancakes. This is protein powder. Oh, y'all. We're going to have like a tall stack. I'm very pleased. Let me see if I can get this one up off the side. Well, let's leave it. We want it to move on its own. So we are making protein pancakes. Thank you all so much for being here. You just came in. Let me show you what we're making. Hopefully mine will be flat enough to stack like that. She has what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she has 6 mini pancakes. So that is the goal. Poi says, can diabetic people eat those? I would say yes. If your protein powder is sugar-free or low sugar, absolutely. Why not? Again, I'm not a doctor. This is what I'm using. This one is called Veggie Meal. And I just got it on Amazon. My metabolic specialist recommended it. It's from pea protein, so it's vegan. And this is chocolate flavor. Hence the reason why the pancakes look the way they do. Hold up, y'all. This is looking good. All right, so this one came up on the side off of its own, but it's kind of janky. It's kind of curved up on the side. Let's see if we can let it cook a little bit longer. All right, that one's looking good. So we're gonna stack these in just a moment. See if I can flatten that. But if your protein powder is approved for you, if you can drink it, you can eat with it. This one, for anybody who wanted to know, 120 calories, if you care. Protein is 16 grams. I'm looking for sugar. I don't see any. It's sweetened with stevia. So
I know my metabolic specialist would not have recommended it if it were not okay for me. And I used to be pre-diabetic, but all of these recipes have helped me turn all of that around. All right. Again, not a doctor, but hopefully you all can see how thick this is. It still looks a little bit wet. Oh, it tastes good. Tastes yummy. All right, let's take this one out. I'm just going to place them on the plate. And then what we'll do is we will stack them in order of what will work geometrically. All right, so let's see if we can make 2 more while this is just kind of cooking. Again, I got it on low. You don't really need to grease it that much if you have a good nonstick pan, but I'll put a little bit of coconut spray here. And again, in our batter, protein powder, tapioca flour, baking powder, and egg whites as the liquid. All right, so let's see if we can flatten that out a little bit. I'm making some really lumpy ones. Let me get this spatula and see if we can get all of that out. So you can see the skillet I'm using, and I'm doing like 3 mini pancakes per. All right, so we'll see if we can get 1 more out of this leftovers. And the skillet is on like a low, medium, low. I'm just gonna try and flatten them out, but not really. They're gonna be nice and thick. All right, I think this one looks good. I'm gonna take this big Mama Jamma out. Oops, I knew that was gonna happen. All right, I'll just cook that side a little bit since I touched the dough. But it's just protein powder and egg whites. And I know some people will eat or drink egg whites because they're pasteurized. But I think this looks really good and it's nice and thick. Just kind of eyeballing it because we want to make sure we cut through. Let's go a little bit longer. I want to make sure that they're cooked all the way through. I'm excited. So welcome in, it's Food Talk TV. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. We're just making simple pancakes, but our pancakes are protein pancakes. So our batter is protein powder. We have tapioca flour to give it that fluffiness, and we have baking powder to give it that rise. Looking delicious? I hope so. Y'all know I struggle. All right, I am not a professional. We just have fun. So we have a couple struggle pancakes here. That's okay. We're going to just plate them all. And then once we, I see some bubbles coming through. Once we get them all done, we'll stack them. It may be a leaning tower of pancake, but it's okay. And one of the things I like to use, I'll show y'all while these are kind of cooking in here, is the Dash griddle. So while these are cooking, again, if you don't like pancakes or if you're a struggle cook like me, you could put these in the waffle maker and make waffles. Those will probably be a little bit more uniform. All right, I'm gonna try and take this one out now. So, whoo, they're getting bigger and bigger. Chocolate pancakes. I'm smelling it like it's trying to burn on me. So let's go ahead and turn. All right. Got a little bit, I turned it up just a little bit. Let's turn that down. But if you don't have a griddle, we have truckers, we have travel nurses, we have students, maybe in your dorm room. I love the Dash griddle. So you can get the waffle maker, you can get the griddle, you can get the grill. And I love this because like a George Foreman, it'll cook on both sides. They're all the same size. So it looks really good, uniform, unlike my struggle pancakes, but we will be all right. And you don't have to do any flipping. All right, so you got your nonstick right here. You can get these. Black Friday's coming up, maybe as low as $10, usually about $12. Amazon, Walmart, all over the place. All right, so let's see. While these 2 big Mama Jammas are cooking, we burned a little bit here. We're gonna put these on the bottom. Olivia says it looks delicious. Another little hack, as your pancakes come off. All right, I'm just making sure it's cooked all the way through. I'm just stacking them on top of each other. The warmth will kind of transfer. So we're gonna see if we can get 6. All right, so we need 1 more. I if I were to do this over again, I would probably make them smaller, like smaller and wider, like flatter and wider, so you can level them well. All right, but here we are. Let's see if we can get one little nice, because this batter was thick. I'm just gonna move that. All right, when I do like this and they don't move on their own, they're still doing their little crust thing. So we're gonna put the last one over here in the corner, and then we'll talk about how to dress it up. I'm gonna dress you up in syrup all over your pancake. Some of y'all know about that, some of y'all don't. Okay, here is the first one we were supposed to make. We'll do that last. A little struggle pancake, a little silver dollar pancake. All right, so let's go ahead and start rinsing out, and then we're gonna talk toppings. Mom says clean as you go, and then these should be done. And if you're cooking them one by one like this, Roy says, where do you get those from? Ask me specifically, what are you asking, and I'll tell you. All right, so again, we are making protein pancakes, all right? So we're making a 6 stack of these little pancakes. Roy says a little crunchy is okay. So the ingredients are protein powder. I have chocolate protein powder, tapioca flour, and baking powder, all right? So this looks pretty good. Oh yeah, y'all, they're thick. This is what I wanted from those Dora cakes. Y'all see how big those are? All right. So let's take this out. We're gonna have to do some assembly. I'm just gonna put them on the side here. We gotta clean up everybody everywhere. All right, so this looks pretty flat. This will be our base, one of our bases. Look how thick that is. Cut down into that pancake. All right, so let's do the last one. It's moving on its own. Our little silver dollar topper. All right, so the last one is going in, all right? So let's clean up and then talk about toppings for our pancakes. So we have 5, and we're gonna try and make a nice, tall stack. All right, let's rinse these off. Welcome to Food Talk TV. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. Today we're making protein powder pancakes. So that way you can still stay on track. If you can drink it, you can cook with it. Our liquid was egg whites, all right? So that's extra protein and a little bit of water to thin it out. All right, I think this is looking good. Almost done. Secret ingredient, she says, is tapioca flour, all right? So 35 calories for 4 teaspoons, yeah. Okay, so let's clean all this up. And she likes to top hers with peanut butter or any nut butter. I have almond butter and I have peanut butter. I'll show you all a little hack that I do. And then she topped hers with blueberries. I ordered blueberries, but I got blackberries. It's not the end of the world. All right, let's take that out. And what I'm gonna do, all right, I think we're good. Let us, yeah, this one's good. I'm just gonna sit these in here just for some residual heat, and then we're going to assemble, all right? So our protein pancakes are done cooking. We're gonna get a fruit and nut butter, which will help keep you full, and then some sugar-free syrup, and then we're good to go. All right, so peanut butter or almond butter, whichever one you like. Try and go as natural as possible. I have some crunchy almond butter. If you're team almond, I don't know if there's an almond emoji. And then I have some no sugar added Skippy peanut butter. With the condiments, this is a huge source of extra sugar. So if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, watch the beverages and condiments. That's a huge source of extra calories. Now this here, 2 tablespoons is 200 calories. That's a lot, y'all. So let's see if we can do it with 1 tablespoon. All right. So we'll go in with the no sugar peanut butter. Ooh, this is crunchy too. But I'll show you all my little hack. If you're trying to watch your portions, let me get a little microwaving it. Microwaving it makes it pourable and you get that nice little drizzle. It makes you feel like you have more without scooping more on. All right. So we'll get a heaping teaspoon. We're just going to move our cooktop because we're done with the cooking. And then I have some struggle blueberries. I'll bring them out. Y'all will laugh at me, but I have some fresh blackberries. So I don't know if y'all have a preference. All right. So the pan is still slightly warm. We're going to assemble our protein pancakes. So peanut butter, you can have it or not have it, do what works for you. But if you are trying, let's say this is our 2 tablespoons. And if you smear this on an apple or crackers, if you're like me, you'll keep going in and in and in for more. So what I do is I'll put it in the bowl and then we'll microwave it for like 10 seconds. And I think it'll give us like a nice little pour, or you could just put it on top. So that's a nice little hack. Somebody's cash apping me. Thank you. You all are so generous. All right, I'll have to download it, but thank you so much. I'll have to check. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. I make food and femininity content. I do stream every day. So you can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. But today, we are on Food Talk TV. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. All right, let us assemble. Avengers assemble. So let's get our struggle fruit. All right. So again, for her presentation, she likes to top hers with peanut butter, blueberries, and sugar-free syrup. All right. So when I looked in the fridge today, I did have blueberries. They're kind of like Raisinets. Would y'all still eat these? I feel like they're not bad. They're just starting to deep. So if you won't laugh me out of Food Talk TV, maybe we'll put some of these on. I ordered some fresh ones, but this is what I got. Some beautiful plump blackberries. Oh, I remember picking these as a kid. So let's see if we can assemble. But again, you can make these however you want, right? Use whatever you like. So I'm gonna get a plate. Let's get a nice little white plate. So a little plating hack for contrast, if I'm cooking something light in color, like eggs or actual pancakes that are vanilla, I'll put them on a black plate so that they pop off of the plate for contrast. If I'm cooking or plating something dark, like a salad, greens, or anything like that, I'll put it on a white plate just for contrast, all right? So let's see if we can stack our struggle protein pancakes. So this was 2 scoops of protein powder for me, chocolate protein powder. So we're gonna use our geometry that we learned, and we're gonna go with the bigger ones at the bottom. Now, if this were me, I would put butter on each slice, but y'all didn't ask me that. All right, so let's see if we can make 6. I'm getting excited. Just wanna make sure it cooked. This one's still a little bit soft, but we'll be all right. All right. And then this one, and then this one. All right. So this is our wobble stack of pancakes. Now I see why you all like that big stack. All right. So they're small. They're about the size of like the palm of my hand, but we eat with our eyes first. So I think they look good. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the spoon of peanut butter on the top here. Here's the other thing, the residual heat from the pancakes, especially if you cook them all at the same time, will kind of warm, thank you, Tulsa, will kind of warm the peanut butter. So when you cut into it, you get a nice little like, who's here for the warm, runny peanut butter? Yes, thank you all so much. Ooh, yes. Roy says you could put banana on it. Absolutely. Y'all are getting ideas. What other fruit would you put on your pancake? Bananas. Make it for the kids. However you want to eat. All right. So we have some no sugar added. And this is crunchy because I like it chunky. I like it thick and chunky. Clearly. All right. So we're going to put this on top of our struggle silver dollar pancake. Let's put that on there. Maybe if I kind of spread it a little bit. And then we're going to put some blueberries, some struggle blueberries on top. And then for a garnish, we'll put some around the plate. All right. This is so janky, but I'm going to take out the blueberries that haven't dehydrated into raisins or blueberry raisinettes. I just made that up. So I'm going to get a handful. I'm trying to go for the big ones. The rest of them, I guess you could just top it, put into a blender and make a smoothie. All right, they're falling out of my hand now. So I got a handful. So I wanted big, luscious blueberries. This is what I got. All right. Or you could do your blackberries. Look at this. Look at one blackberry. Lord of mercy. I'm going to rinse that off and eat it. Memories of my childhood. Wild fruit, nothing better. Okay, focus, Maggie. Let's rinse off the blueberries. All right. So we have our struggle blueberries. Again, welcome to Food Talk TV. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. We made protein pancakes today. So these are pancakes made with chocolate protein powder. You can use vanilla or whatever protein powder you have sitting around in your pantry. Tapioca flour, and I think it worked. Let's give you the good side. I think it worked. And then let's put, oh, I lost one. Okay, they're flying everywhere. Not bad. Hold on. I want my blueberries. I want my blueberry. So lame. Oh my gosh. Greedy. Okay. Taylor wants to make sure we get a good picture and video. So let's move. Alexa, stop. My robot plays music when it hears water. Kitchen music, cooking music. All right, so far, this is what we have. Not bad. You could dust it with powdered sweetener. You could do whatever you want. Let's get the sugar-free syrup. All right, and then we're done. Let's make sure I have some. Nope, that's regular. All right. Is it in the fridge? Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Food Talk TV. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. We're getting some sugar-free syrup to go on top of our pancakes. Oh. That's in here somewhere. Okay. Woo. All right. So I found this. We have some zero sugar maple syrup. Of course, if you can have the full flavor, have it. But if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, do what works for you. So this is just wholesome yum. All right. So zero sugar. All right. So let's get this ready. And then we're going to pour and we're going to take a picture. So let me get my camera ready because, we want to get that beautiful dripping syrup action. Looking yummy. I'm so excited, y'all. I just wanted to, in all seriousness, if y'all follow me on social, I've been to 3 YouTube events this week. Full food, open bar, great experiences, not great for staying on track. So one of the things I learned from my metabolic specialist, again, I am not a doctor, but if you've eaten off plan, it's the holidays, right? If you've had a cheat meal or whatever you do, the quickest way or one of the quickest ways to get back on plan is lean into the protein. All right. Again, look at me. Do not do what I do. But this is the type of meal that I would make because it keeps you full and it kind of quiets down that snack monster. Because when you start eating like I have, the popcorn and the M&Ms and all that stuff, you want more of it. So I go into like eggs and protein and whatever. First thing in the morning, protein shake. So it kind of quiets that down and I can get back on track. Use it or don't. Works for me. If it works for you. Okay. So we're going to pour.
our 0 sugar maple syrup on here. I feel like I should take a picture. Let me take a picture before I pour the syrup, just because I'm always nervous it's gonna look bad. And then we'll cut into it, and then we'll take a taste. So again, sugar-free, dairy-free, and gluten-free. All right, let's get the pretty side. You know, I had one pancake up on the side of the plate. Looking janky, but y'all will be all right. All right, let's do one with the flash. And then you know what I think I'm gonna do? Because Taylor wants a video. I'm gonna try and video myself pouring the syrup. Let's see if we can do a slow-mo. All right, y'all. Let's get the struggle. All right. Serious. All right, let's see how it looks. This is me being a nerd. Oh yeah. Can y'all see? Ooh, I'll have to post this. Can y'all see the syrup coming down? I know there's a glare. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We'll have to set that to some music. Oh yeah. You know you want it. You know you want it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Okay. So this was the goal. Protein pancakes. All right, so the batter was protein powder. She had vanilla or sweet cream, tapioca flour, baking powder. She made 6 little mini pancakes, stacked them just like we did. And then, yes, they look incredible. And then she's gonna put some peanut butter on top, and then some blueberries on top of the peanut butter and sugar-free syrup. All right, so that was the goal. This is what we made. I'm so excited, y'all. All right, let's take a picture of just this. Make sure Taylor gets her content. Y'all will see this up on Food Talk TV. Again, if you don't like pancakes, make waffles. If you don't like waffles, make muffins. If you don't want to cook with your protein powder, drink it. I am not the food police, okay? Do what works for you. Let's do a picture. Beautiful. So you all will see this up. And then let's do one with the flash. So again, your announcements for today. God, that looks amazing, y'all. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you're tapping and sharing. Food Talk TV has different creators every day making cooking content. I'm Foodie Fridays with Maggie. So let's get in here. Take a nice little video. All right, and then we're gonna cut into it. Make sure you are voting. Go to foodtalktv.com. Go to GrubMat for your Grub Match contest next Saturday. Let's cut into this and see how we did. Some of y'all want a tall stack. That's not good. Don't gesture with your knife. I also teach etiquette classes. What's coming up for me? I make food and femininity content. Looks delicious. Thank you. If you are in the Atlanta area or want to come to the Atlanta area, I'm teaching a dining masterclass in partnership with Neiman Marcus in their private dining room. The executive chef will let us get whatever we want. You have 4 hours with me over 5 courses, and I will show you how to elegantly dine. Small talk, conversation, all of those things. So ladies, if you don't have the table manners that can impress, I can help you. And then also we have wife lessons if you're interested in relationship content. All right, that's coming up next month. So go to teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. Coupon code for the wife lessons is wife. Coupon code for the masterclass is Maggie. Let's cut in here. So we're going to try and go down and cut so we can get a nice little cross section. We want to get some syrup. We want to get some peanut butter. Again, for me, I would probably do a short stack, but wide as the plate. Well, let's see if we can get in here and get a nice, oh, it's falling apart on me. All right, but let me let you all see. We have our pancakes and our peanut butter. Still looks good. Y'all would eat it. All right, let me assemble. Avengers assemble. Let's get our syrup, our peanut butter, our blueberries. Got to get in there. Okay, this is massive. Hold on, TikTok. All right. Again, I would do 2 or 3 short ones. So this is too big. 1 second. Stop in the name of pancakes. Hold up. If Reese's had a pancake, baby, I thought my protein powder was vanilla. This is what I use. And it says chocolate way down here. It's very small. So I was like, well, we're making chocolate pancakes. But with the peanut butter, y'all, 9 out of 10. The only thing for me is this is too much of a tall stack. Visually, it's incredible. But to really get in there, I'd like it about half as high. But again, it's warmed, the peanut butter with the chocolate pancake. Let me see if I can do like a smaller bite. It is so good. It really, really is good. All right, this is more my speed right here. Let's hold up. Okay, let me go before I embarrass myself further. I can tell just by eating these, like, am I full right now? No, but I can feel myself like, because they're like made with protein powder, there's substance to them. You know how pancakes are usually just cakey, but they're giving us the texture of a pancake, sugar-free, dairy-free, and gluten-free. Here we go. So yeah, absolutely. Use the protein powder that you have in your pantry. You have the sweetness from the blueberries and the sugar-free maple syrup. The brand is Wholesome Yum. So just sharing if y'all want a screenshot. Nothing sponsored, but just sharing it with you. And then the protein powder, I got this one off of Amazon, Veggie Meal. Oh, Veggie Meal. They have chocolate and vanilla. So this is the protein powder that I use. Probably do 1 scoop. Excellent. So this is going to be my dinner. I will see you all next week, Friday, on Foodie Fridays with Maggie. If you want to follow me, I'm on all content platforms, Maggie the Substitute Teacher. You can also go to teachablemomentswithmaggie.com to find out everything that I have to offer, cookbooks, classes, and consults. All right. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much, Food Talk TV. Make sure y'all go vote on Grub Match. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. All right, everybody, here we go. Sorry to keep y'all waiting. This is good. It's just massive. Hold on, let me get another bite. Let me see what y'all are saying in the chat. Thank you for anybody who thought I was ignoring you. I just have to be exclusive on Food Talk during their streams. All right, focus, Maggie. All right, hello everyone on Instagram. If I missed you, thank you all so much for being here. I'm gonna come over. If y'all had a question or a comment, you can repost it. On Fridays, I have this 5 o'clock show, and then I always like to start a little bit early and come in late and connect with you all. If you're not watching on Food Talk, hello, I love Pete. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you so much. Happy Friday, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. Just saying hello. Golly, so many people on Instagram today. Yikes, y'all, we're growing. I'm not going to be able to say hello to everybody, and that's my favorite part. Grandma says, hi, Maggie, I love you here. Thank you. Got the crispy church curls today. Ash says, hey, Maggie, you're driving, but you're almost home. Hello, sweetheart. Thank you to my moderators. Thank you all for helping get the word out about what happens here on Fridays. Ethel says it looks good. Thank you, sweetheart. We got Lady C. You see me dancing over here? I like to eat, clearly. Hello, Popeyes. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Renata. Sabrina, hi. Killa says the cruise time is almost here. My, how time flies. Yes. And I'll make an announcement. We are all booked and ready to go. And one of the generous sponsors in our community reached out to me and said he wanted to sponsor someone on the Maggie Meetup Cruise. Hello, ho. Hello, Sarah. So I won't give any names yet. It's not too late if you all want to join us. We are leaving on a jet plane. We're going to Miami, and we are doing
not Royal Caribbean, that was last year. Virgin Voyages. I'm doing more sugar-free syrup because y'all don't want to be around these kids. We're doing an 18 and up cruise. We're planning our Maggie meetup on the cruise. So I'll bring gifts and y'all can meet with me, Q&A. We did this last year because my birthday is actually next month. I'll be 49. And I have like a Thanksgiving birthday the day after Thanksgiving. Nobody wants to celebrate with me on Black Friday, and y'all should be with your family. So this year we're going a little bit before my birthday, but we will always have a Maggie meetup in November. So if you want to go where the weather is warm, if you want to join us, you can do as much with me or none at all. Eat, drink, and be merry. But yes, we have a very generous sponsor who said he wanted to sponsor someone for the Maggie meetup cruise. So I was able to connect him with someone who is getting their cruise completely paid for. And you all just blow me away. Oh, let me see who Cash Apped me. Oh, let's see. Is it on here? Because I want to write you up on the board. Y'all are just so generous with me. But yeah, go to teachablemomentswithmaggie.com to find out all about that. Thank you so much, E. Capone. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate you. E. Capone is coming on the cruise with us. He was with us last year. He's going to be with us next month. I already have my dining reservations for every restaurant. So, of course, I'll make content for you all. And the Getty pictures just dropped, y'all. I haven't posted them yet. Y'all want to see your Maggie at the Gladiator premiere? I don't know if y'all can see this. There's one. Can y'all see Maggie? Trying to represent y'all. I went out last night, y'all. I've been, whew. All right. There's your Maggie. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. This was me at the YouTube movie premiere. I'm going to get these posted, but they literally just dropped before my stream. So thank you all for just being so supportive and helping my channel to grow. Hello, Simeon. Let's see who else is here. Let me say hi. E. Capone, everybody saying hello, hello, hola, hola, shipmate. That's right, we're cruising. Alyssa's here. She says hi on YouTube. Hello, everyone. They're the Jurgen said, get in my belly. Okay, Jurgen said he is not going over to TikTok. It is very different over there, y'all. I'm not even playing. Like, TikTok is a whole nother beast, and my pancakes are falling apart, but they're so good. Y'all, this is really me, like what I'm having for dinner. Thank you, Killis. Thank you. Killis is my assistant. Oh, you guys are so funny. Okay, we're good. Yeah, lovely. Absolutely. Hello, Sabrina. We have very, very various, generous, and I'll say it, men, a few women, but the men create this community for us to enjoy. They keep it safe. They protect us. They provide for us. It's incredible. And I'm so, so grateful. So I definitely believe in being a blessing and paying it forward. In addition to that, I'm going to sit down and do all of the element giveaways. We had a stream yesterday. If you all missed it because you all were hanging on, I'll show you what Element sent me and then just inbox me and let me know what you want. They have some new sparkling beverages if you like Gatorade. These are like electrolyte beverages. So we have grapefruit salt, watermelon. And then this one is kind of like citrus, like Gatorade. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or MaggieTheSubstituteTeacher.com if you want sparkling. They sent me like 6 cases, over 144 cans. And then if you like the one with the regular water, they sent me the packets too. So if you want to try it, it's completely free. We have all the different flavors, raspberry salt. So I'm going to sit down now and get, those of y'all that have already emailed me, I'm going to go ahead and get them shipped to you. So if you missed it, you can watch yesterday's stream. So for those of you all who are watching live, so I'll give you
or watching the replay, because you all sit through me going to Food Talk TV, just inbox me because I'll look at the timestamp in order of priority. So those who watch yesterday's live stream will go out first. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Mmm, 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 mmm. Y'all, the chocolate peanut butter pancakes. Come on. Is that everything? Mm-hmm. So raspberry salt, low calorie, no sugar, only 2 carbs, only 10 calories. Raspberry salt, unflavored. All right, if you want unflavored. I tasted these all yesterday, so if you want to watch my reaction, you can see that. Lemon habanero. Auntie Jenny likes the spicy. If you want to do this in your Bloody Marys. The spicy one, it's an acquired taste. Mango chili. So if you like a little sweet heat, we have this one. Funnily enough, they also have chocolate salt. Nice in coffee. So I'm going to be very, very honest with y'all. If you work out, if you sweat a lot, if you have a hard time staying hydrated, I don't have to worry about salt. I do have to worry about sugar. So these are all low, no sugar, gluten-free, all of that, 0 calories or 5 calories. The most is 10 calories, but they have like half of your day's sodium. So Auntie Jenny said if you live in a hot climate, good to stay hydrated. Or if you live an active lifestyle, or maybe you sweat a lot because you exercise. Clearly I don't. I'm giving these away. Y'all have been a blessing to me, so I'm going to give them away. Hello, Look Up, and hello, Nurse. So again, inbox me on Facebook, inbox me on Instagram, inbox me at Maggie the Substitute Teacher at gmail.com or TikTok. It is Friday, October 25th. So as long as it comes in today, it's basically until supplies last. All right. So I'll keep announcing it because they sent me like boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes. And each of these has 30, and there's 6 more cases at the door. I am grateful. All right, everybody. So that's it. I'm traveling again tomorrow. Nurses, you need advice? I'll give you, if you want to type it right now, because we're wrapping up, I'll answer your question. I also do group coaching if you want to work with me privately. And all the courses. Y'all, I already told y'all about the wife lessons. Y'all are buying that one up. If your mother did not teach you how to be a good woman to a good man, and you want to learn in a community privately with other women, that's going to be Saturday school starting November 2nd. And then the dining masterclass will be in the private dining room of Neiman Marcus. All right. So I'm going to have events all the time. We are wrapping up the finishing school. If you need personal development, ladies, if you're a little rough around the edges, if you're a bit masculine, I'm going off on a tangent, and I don't know if this is going to show up somewhere, so I'm just going on the record. The premiere yesterday that I went to graciously, the Gladiator movie, Paramount Pictures and YouTube. There's your Maggie. It was wonderful. VIP, everything. I'm very, very grateful. So when you go through the red carpet, they have this camera there and they're asking you questions, and y'all need to be camera ready. Ladies, you need to be ready to say, oh, nurses, you're looking for a husband. A husband finds you. So the question is, are you a wife? And if you don't know, that's an answer. And if you need to know, we can teach you. But so you all know the Gladiator story. This is like the pickup of where Russell Crowe died in the arena. I'm not going to spoil it for you. So Paramount Pictures is there, and they have the big lights and their microphone in your face. And I'm like, hi, everybody. It's Maggie the Substitute Teacher. I make food and femininity content. So happy to be here. Thank you so much, YouTube, for the invitation. I'm really excited to watch this new movie, Denzel Washington and Gladiator. Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. So I was ready to move over to the side and let the next person go. So here comes Miss Paramount Pictures. She was like, oh, you make femininity content? I said, yes, I do. She says, can you continue? And we want to record because we want you to talk about how a gladiator can also be a feminine woman. And I said, respectfully, I disagree. I said, yes, a gladiator could be a woman. I always tell y'all,
Do whatever you want to do. My cooking content is very inclusive. My relationship content is very exclusive. But I said, respectfully, I disagree. I said, a gladiator is a warrior. A gladiator runs into action. A gladiator defends others. That is not feminine at all. Those are masculine traits. Nothing's wrong with that. You can be a woman, you can be a female and be a gladiator, but that's not feminine at all. So you put the microphone in my face and the big lights in my face, and everybody's looking like, I said what I said. But honestly, ladies, I'm just saying that we have a biology that is different for a reason. So we're going to end here. But in case that gets clipped and put up anywhere on the Paramount or the Gladiator movie, if you see my face and talking about women can't be gladiators, I never said that. I just said a gladiator is very masculine and it's very attractive. And I'm so glad that we have men that defend us. And I think that was my tangent because I was talking about our community and the men that sponsor and the men that support the ladies. The ladies in the finishing school, I'm going to go ahead and I think I already said it. We have a very generous sponsor who is sending all of us ladies on a yacht cruise. Those of y'all who graduate the finishing school. So don't ask me. You can cancel me now if you want to, but a man is a man is a man, and a woman is a woman is a woman, and we love both of them. We are not equal. We are equally valued, but I love the movie. It was great, and that's all I have to say. I'm going to eat my pancakes. Oh, wonderful. Okay, nurse. Okay, wonderful. Yes, absolutely. If you're 31, you should have a network, all right? So we're getting up in age, so ask the men that you admire and respect. If you say, yes, I am a wife, that means you should just continue to show up as a wife consistently. Once we get past that 30, ladies, we do not need to be on these apps. We do not need to be out here dating and competing with the 20-year-olds. If we did not lock it down in our 20s, you did something else with your time. So hopefully you built relationships with men that you admire and respect. Talk to your married friends. Talk to your friends that are in relationships. Open your mouth, ladies, and say, I am single and don't want to be. Because I had to tell another girlfriend of mine last night, you can't just be sitting here, closed mouths, don't get fed. People are going to look at you and be like, she's all right. And you're miserable every day, crying yourself to sleep. I will use myself as an example. I've been in a long-term relationship. I am very happy. But if the worst happened and I found myself single again, I would go to every man that I know in this community, professionally, socially, and I would say, can I buy you a cup of coffee? I want to talk about something. And I would open my mouth and say, I am single and don't want to be. You know I'll be 50 next year, but I feel like I have a lot of love to give. And my happiest moments are in service to my former husband or my former man. And I would love to be able to be that special woman to a man. If you know anybody, I would appreciate an introduction. And then I would go about my life. After a certain age, ladies, we do not look for men. If you are not getting the attention that you want, that means you're not showing up in the way that you think that you should be. And if you don't know how to fix that, we got a course for that. So hopefully that answers your question. All right. Hello, Ray Boy. Hello, Eco. Thank you so much, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow. I am flying again. I know this is a personal one. I am going to St. Paul, Minnesota. I'll tell you why later. It's going to be cold, but I will stream from there. Lucy and I will have another reaction video tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be talking about women who disrespect men. So if you like the relationship content, tune in tomorrow. All right. Thank you all so much. We'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, Instagram. All right. Good night, Jurgen. Did I say it, Ethel? Yeah, she heard me. Don't ask me. Do not put a microphone in my mouth and put the lights on me and say, oh, you teach femininity content? Why don't you talk about a feminine gladiator? And I said, that's not a thing. You can be a woman, but that's not feminine. We receive. We go with the flow. We are the ones who nurture and care and love. We are protected, and that is why we need our men. The movie was amazing. I know, lifetime supply. Exactly. Yeah, if you want some salt, inbox me. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or Maggie, the substitute teacher at gmail.com. Even if I already have it, give me your address and let me know what flavor you want. Make it very easy for me so I can make your shipping label. All right. All right. Have a lovely evening, everyone. Those of y'all in the finishing school, see you tomorrow. Everybody else, see you with Lucy tomorrow. All right. Good night.